You probably don't remember the last time you pressed a button to unlock your phone, or how weird it felt the first time you scrolled with your finger. But every habit you have with tech today started with the iPhone. This video walks through the models that have shaped how we live, scroll, and even speak. So you can take a look back at the iPhone's evolution and realize just how much it changed you. Before Apple took over, the mobile phone world was bursting with variety and confusion. But what exactly did that look like, and why did it matter? Back then, phones came in every shape you could imagine. Sliders, clamshells, candy bars, and the occasional weirdo that rotated to reveal a keyboard. LG was pushing stylish sliders like the chocolate. BlackBerry was a productivity icon with full QWERTY keyboards and serious business energy. You could browse the web, but you probably didn't. Screens were tiny, styluses were fiddly, and navigating was like dragging a cursor across a postage stamp. Every phone felt like a compromise. You either got a phone that looked like a fashion show reject, or one that could barely load a website, but rarely both. The LG Prada tried to merge fashion with function, but without a proper OS or touch interface, it just looked good in a glass case. Before the iPhone, phones were all over the place. No standard shape, just vibes. So what made the first iPhone feel so different and so inevitable the moment it was revealed?
An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. Are you getting it?
Steve Jobs didn't just launch a product. He dismantled everything that came before it. He mocked styluses, erased physical keypads, and reframed what a phone could be. Instead of selling features, he sold a feeling, simplicity, beauty, inevitability. And then came the twist. 3 products all in one. An iPod, a phone, and internet communicator. They weren't separate, it was one device. No one had seen a touchscreen like this before. The UI rotated, the transitions were smooth. It wasn't just an improvement, it was a quantum leap. While BlackBerry was still toggling tiny trackballs, the iPhone was scrolling with a flick. By announcing the iPhone, Jobs ended the stylus, destroyed keypads, and promised a touchscreen future that actually worked. It felt 5 years ahead, because it was. The iPhone launched without an app store. So how did this release become the turning point that unlocked the iPhone's dominance?
There's an app for just about anything, only on the iPhone.
When the App Store arrived with the iPhone 3G, the iPhone stopped being just a phone. It became a portal. Suddenly, developers could build for your pocket. Banking, budgeting, dating, and gaming all collapsed into a grid of apps. Infinity Blade brought console-level graphics to your commute, and Instagram turned your lunch into a chance to check in with the world. The iPhone became a lifestyle device, and those early apps, they created billion-dollar categories. Twitter's 140 character limit made more sense when you were typing with your thumbs. The App Store turned your phone into your bank, your camera, your office, your everything. There's an app for that was a punchline until it became your entire life, for better or worse. The iPhone 3G didn't just add speed, it killed an entire category of phones. But how? The first iPhone was impressive, but still niche. The iPhone 3G made it essential. With real data speeds, suddenly you weren't just checking email. You were loading full websites, downloading apps, and navigating in real time. BlackBerry users started noticing. The iPhone could handle email and everything else. Productivity stopped being the killer app. Connection took its place. Social media exploded. Apps became the new home screen. That subtle sent from iPhone line became the new power move. A quiet flex, a status update embedded in your signature. BlackBerry couldn't adapt. The App Store moved faster, and soon their once untouchable keyboard became a relic. Once data speeds caught up, phones stopped being email machines and became social machines. When did a phone stop being just a tool and become something you showed off. The iPhone 4 flipped the script. Flat edges, glass back, metal band, it looked like the future and felt like a must-have gadget. Suddenly, having the latest iPhone wasn't just practical, it was aspirational. Launches turned into events. Queues stretched for miles. Sellouts created hype. It all became part of the ritual. Even people who didn't care about specs wanted the new model. It wasn't about speed, it was about status. Apple made the unboxing a moment. The device became a flex. The phone became fashion. The iPhone 4 was a phone release that turned tech launches into streetwear drops. Queues, sellouts, a phone as a status symbol. What happens when a phone removes every button and still gets easier to use? The iPhone X. Face ID replaced your fingerprint with your face. No swiping, no pressing, just a glance. Gestures took over navigation. Swiping became instinct. Switching apps felt like flicking through cards. There was no tutorial, it just made sense. The interface disappeared into the background. You didn't feel like you were using a device. It felt like the device was using you. Instead of tapping back, you just swiped from the edge. No one needed to explain it. Face ID and gestures erased buttons entirely. No instruction manual, no learning curve, just muscle memory. It made you feel like a Jedi that could control your phone with your mind. Apple made moves that seemed tone-deaf, frustrating, or downright user hostile. So why did they always end up looking like the genius later? Remember the rage over Antenna Gate, or Bend Gate, or when Apple killed the headphone jack and the internet practically burst into flames. Then they removed the charger. Then they shrunk the SIM. Each time, it felt like they were daring customers to revolt. But each time, Apple didn't flinch. They held the line, and guess what? The rest of the industry quietly followed. Because Apple doesn't just launch products, they set expectations. Once they move, everyone else eventually moves with them. AirPods looked ridiculous at first, now they're everywhere, from coffee shops to catwalks. From fragile antennas to dongle drama, Apple's mistakes always seemed to turn into market trends. Frustrating, sure, but also kind of genius. Nearly 20 years in, is Apple still changing the game or just playing it safe? Have they lost their spark? Okay, the iPhone 13, you can't really tell them apart anymore. I think this might be the 13, or maybe that's the, I can't tell which one's the 13 or the 14. Okay, models and annual updates now blend together. The jumps feel smaller, the change is more iterative. Some years bring big swings, others just tighten the screws. Real innovation now lands every couple of cycles, not every keynote. Samsung and Google go wild with foldables and AI. Apple refines, polishes, perfects. But when Apple moves, the market listens. Their rhythm still sets the pace. Even if the hype feels quieter, the influence runs deeper. It's less about jaw-dropping innovation now, and more about setting the tone. But will consumers get bored by what is essentially the same phone being released over and over again? Or is the iPhone itself on its way out in favor of devices like the Vision Pro, which could change how we interact with technology altogether? At the end of the day, what did the iPhone really change beyond the devices we carry? It changed how we use the internet. Not just mobile first, but casual, constant, and intuitive. It changed how we live, how we date, shop, take pictures, kill time. The phone became the center of it all. Apps became tools for living. Software became lifestyle. Specs stopped mattering. Experience won. Every device we touch carries that expectation of simplicity and polish, because the iPhone raised the bar. The iPhone didn't just give you a new phone, it gave you a new relationship with the internet, with your camera, with your free time, and maybe even with yourself. Now that you've seen how the iPhone rewired culture, wait till you see what Apple's doing next. Watch this space. To find out more and to compare the latest iPhone deals, visit uswitch.com.